There we go. Welcome. It's Tax Tips Tuesday with me, Christine Walters, on April 25th. There are 6 very long days left of tax season. So today I just want to touch base with you guys a little bit on something that I see a lot, and it's when you should claim your RSP contributions. So a lot of people don't realize that they might actually be better off by not claiming their full RSP contribution this year or in any given year. So my client, this is a tax return I worked on a couple of weeks ago. So my client, for example, her income for last year was around $50,000, and she had contributed about $16,000 to her RRSP. So if we had applied the full amount of that RSP contribution to her tax return for this year, for 2022, she would have gotten a refund of about $2,300. That's not too bad, right? She's getting money back. So that $2,300 is about a 14% return on her $16,000 RSP contribution. On the other hand, if she deducted only $12,700 of her RSP this year and saved the rest for next year's tax return, 2023's tax return, and deducted it there, her combined tax refund between the 2 years would be about $3,400, or about a 21% return on her RSP. So that's even better, right? So in her particular case, and I say this because every situation is different, you've got to work through this with your tax professional. So in her particular case, what we actually did was we allocated only about $5,300 of her RSP contribution on her 2022 tax return. And we're going to save the rest, the other $11,000, to deduct against her 2023 income and use on the 2023 tax return. So by doing this, between the 2 years, she will actually get almost $4,900 in refunds between the 2 years, as it relates directly to her RSP deduction, not factoring in anything else, medical or donations that she's got going on in her tax return, just specifically related to the RRSP. So that's an actual tax savings of about 30%. So would you rather see 14%, or if you were my client, would you rather see 14% return, 21% return, or 30% return? So I just kind of want to put this out there that it's kind of my position that it's always best only to deduct RRSPs up until the point where either your federal tax or your provincial tax component reaches zero. After that point, it does do some stuff for you, but it doesn't do as much as it could be doing for you. So by doing that, by only deducting RSPs up to the point where one of those two components, federal or provincial taxes, gets to zero, you can maximize your tax refunds and keep even more money in your pocket. So I hope you enjoyed this week's Tax Tips Tuesday with me, Christine Walters, and come back next week, the day after tax season is over, and I will give you another tax tip. Looking forward to it. Talk to you soon.